Hey everyone, hope you're keeping well. Today we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Rise of the Beasts Voyager class Optimus Prime. This is my first figure from the Rise of the Beasts line. There's Optimus Prime in this open window packaging. Nice artwork of Optimus Prime there. This is Optimus Prime, Optimus Prime obviously. It's funny here that with the Transformers Rise of the Beast logo, the font is different from the font of the logo across there. This is the font that they use for the Transformers logo across the wide Transformers brand as a whole. Whereas the Rise of the Beast logo is using the more kind of classic style font, which is quite interesting. It's just a continuation of the picture on the front. There is the back with some nice images of the figure. These appear to be CG renders. He transforms in 20 steps. There's another nice picture of him, Voyager class, and the same words in different languages. So, and there's the top. Can't forget to show off the top. There's the bottom of the packaging, nice and recyclable. That's always good. So let's get him opened up. Let's go up here. Get the tape opened. Or cut, or however you want to say it. Let's get him open. Put the box off to the side, and here we have his instruction manual with another bit of paper. So let's have a wee quick look at the instruction manual. It just opens up. There seems to be a lot of instruction manuals with Transformers figures that open up like this, which I don't mind. It's nice and compact. It means we don't get really massive instruction sheets when we open them up. So there we have that. And here we have Prime himself, just still attached to the cardboard backing with a lot of twist ties back there. So I'm just going to get this guy off this cardboard bit, and then we'll take an up-close look at him. So here he is out of the packaging, and right off the bat, really liking the molding on this guy. I think they did a really great job with capturing his appearance in the Rise of the Beast movie. Get an up-close look at him. Very nice head sculpt. I really like the way his head looks. Very similar to how he looked in the Bumblebee movie. So there's a nice sense of continuity going on there. There's his translucent chest windows right there. There's a few ways that you can do this. The chest windows, they're on these hinges right here. So you can have them really opened up like that. You can have them more sort of in the middle like that. And you can have them closed off entirely right there, so you can have more of a kind of flat look going on, much like the G1 toy. For now, I'm going to have them kind of like that, a nice kind of happy medium. There's his abdomen, lots of really, really nice molded detail on him. The main area where this figure has room for improvement is in the paint applications. There is a lot of unpainted grey plastic on him, which, it's not all that ideal, but I'm hoping that Toy Hacks will come up with a set for this guy to really make him shine and make him pop. But other than that, really liking how this guy looks. And he feels really good too. He feels very playable, and he has a ton of articulation. Let's show off the articulation. The head, I think, is on a swivel, doesn't appear to be on a ball joint. The arms go up and down, or up in and out rather, like that. They do go up and down on a swivel there. Do a 360. They bend right there all the way up. Wrist, swivel on a ball joint, in and out like that. There's a slight waist swivel right there, not too much because they get hindered by what are they actually getting hindered by? Oh, this they're getting hindered by that. But you do get some waist articulation, and due to transformation, I haven't transformed this guy yet, but from what I've seen online, this is because of transformation. You unclip that, and you can get a really, really good ab crunch right there. So that is fantastic and really helps with the articulation and the poses that you can pull off of this guy. Arms go legs go back that far, forward that far rather. I know my sense of direction is great. Trust me. They go forward that far, back that far, in and out. These parts go in and out to accommodate that. Swivel right there. Bend that far, and the feet go back and forth, and have a nice ankle tilt. So there is lots of articulation on this guy, which is fantastic. Like I said, you can get him into some really, really cool poses, which I think really benefits his playability. And he comes with his ion blaster, nice molded detail. There's not, there was never going to be a lot of, paint applications needed for the ion blaster, since it's always, really been primarily black with maybe a bit of gray or silver back there in the case of G1, but looks very nice, does the job nicely. And you can put it in either of his hands, and he looks very nice with that. Let's see if we can get him into some kind of cool pose that really, showcases the great articulation of this guy. Let's see, what's the best that I can do? You can bend that and have him seem like he's shooting some kind of Decepticon way in the distance or something. So there you go, there's an example of how you can pose this guy. And he holds a pose very securely. All of his joints feel nice and tight, at least on mine. So I'm very impressed with that. Now, another thing of note is that he has light piping back here, but because his eyes are painted, the light piping doesn't really come through all that well. I mean, I do like the fact that his eyes are painted. It makes him look very much alive, regardless of what lighting you have him in. I just think it's rather interesting how there is a piece back here to enable light piping, but it doesn't really work because his eyes are painted, but it's all right. So here we have him with Studio Series Bumblebee Movie Optimus Prime. As you can see, this guy is a little bit smaller than Bumblebee Movie Prime. And actually looking at this guy, his blaster compared to his blaster is quite a bit smaller. I may actually try swapping that out. See if this works. Can he hold that blaster? Yeah, he can hold that blaster, and it looks a little bit more like a pistol compared to this one. Let's see, can this one fit in here? Oh yes, it can. Oh wow, look at that. That looks so cool. I think this blaster works better with him than it does with him because he is, like I said, he's a little bit smaller in size than this guy. So I think the difference kind of evens out, I think. But that still looks very nice. I really like the way that looks. I may give him this blaster from time to time. It does look very good. But for now, we'll just swap it back. Give them their blasters that they came with. And you can also see the difference in terms of coloration and paint applications. Now, mine has been toy hexed, so he does have a few extra details on him. But even right out the box, he still had a lot of very nice paint applications on him. He had the silver up there, the dashes of silver on his abdomen area, the yellow bits there, and the silver down in the vents. Whereas this guy, although he does have some nice paint up here, and paint on the arms, and the black bit there, and on the knees, and various other parts of him, there is still a lot of unpainted grey plastic. So in terms of coloration and, like I said, paint application, this guy I think got it a wee bit better right out the box. But again, I'm hoping that Toy Hex comes out with a set for him to really enhance his overall appearance. Also, it's interesting that for Rise of the Beasts, they changed the colour of the arrows on Prime's arms to white, as opposed to the yellow color that they wear in the Bumblebee movie. If that is the color they are in the movie, I can't remember if the actual finished CGI model in the film has those white arrows, but I just think that's rather interesting. And I know some folks have kind of mixed opinions on him being slightly smaller. I personally don't have a problem with it, because in the form of this guy, I already have an Optimus figure in this general aesthetic in this size. So I don't mind having a slightly smaller version of this kind of G1-ified live action look. Right, so I'm going to get this guy transformed and we'll have a look at him in vehicle mode. Right, I'm just about to transform him, and one thing that I didn't mention before was that you can actually rotate his upper chest area because of the transformation. So that's really cool if you want to make use of that. Right, so here he is in vehicle mode. Let's get an up close look at him. And mold-wise, there's quite a lot going on. You know, you got the The door right there. Got the nice grill. The grill is unpainted grey plastic. It looks like there's... Is it 2 shades of grey plastic there? Looks like it. You got some nice blue there. Got the translucent windshields carried over. Both the Autobot logos carry through there. There's the smokestacks. Still, it's obviously still unpainted grey plastic. And there is a trailer hitch back here. And I've got Earthrise Prime's trailer here. If I plug that on... Oops. Let me try it again. There we go. If I plug that on, it kind of works. It almost works. As you can see, I have mine upgraded with pieces from Non-Earth Productions and this lovely label from Toy Hacks. Looks fantastic. But anyway, as you can see, it very nearly works. It just rises up a little, just a smidge too much. So... you can kind of make it work. If you squint, it can look good, but it just rises up, a little tiny bit too much. But it can work if you really want it to. And the overall impression of it, the overall impression looks good, I think. Let's get a nice, view of it right there. I mean, look, if I take the camera here, like I said, the overall impression is really nice. So it can work if you look at it the right way. And of course, the trailer hitch is designed to hold Prime's weapon. There's a little tab right there in the form of the magazine that goes into that little slot right there. And of course, that peg goes into the trailer hitch. So just peg it in, and that stores pretty elegantly back there. I don't think that's really intrusive at all. It's very classic blaster storage for Optimus Prime, so works for me. Now let's bring in Bumblebee Movie Studio Series Optimus Prime so you can get a sense of how these guys look together in truck mode. Now the funny thing is, in the actual movie, the Bumblebee movie, Prime here turned into a Freightliner, whereas the toy here turns into a Marmon, much like he did in Age of Extinction before he got the Western Star truck mode. And in fact, I even put a little Marmon sticker right there from Toy Hacks. But in the movies, this is supposed to be the same truck, just with more bits and pieces added onto it for Rise of the Beast. But as you can see, the size difference carries over into truck mode. This guy is a little bit bigger than this guy. But again, it doesn't bother me. Like I said, I enjoy having a slightly smaller version of this general design of Optimus Prime. But that's about it for this guy. Honestly, I'm really happy that I put this guy up. I was initially thinking about just waiting for the Studio Series version to come out, but then I ended up seeing a few pictures of this guy's articulation, and like you saw earlier, his articulation is fantastic, I think. And the more I looked at him in the pictures, the more I liked how he looked mold-wise, despite him not having a whole heck of a lot of paint applications. So that convinced me to go ahead and pick him up. So when I saw him in Smith's Toys, I took the chance to pick him up, and I'm really glad I did. I've been having a lot of fun messing around with this guy. Actually, you know what? Let me see real quick. Can this fit onto here? Oh, maybe. Yeah, it can. Oh, I love that. That's fantastic. So this blaster does store on his truck mode. So this blaster is completely compatible with this figure in both robot mode and vehicle mode. I'm really happy about that. That's fantastic. But anyway, for now, we'll just give this back to him. But yeah, really fun figure, and if you see him in stock, I would definitely recommend picking him up. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this wee look at Rise of the Beast Voyager Optimus Prime, and feel free to let me know your thoughts about him in the comments. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a good one.